Naruto, I am Uchiha Madara. Chapter 2, Are the White Zetsu Loyal? Note, don't forget to join my patreon.com/flokixy to get access to 10 advanced chapters. The violent seven-colored light struck fiercely, tearing open the space crack behind him. The black Zetsu let out an unwilling scream of agony. No matter how much it struggled, it could not resist the attack of the seven-colored light. With extreme reluctance, the black Zetsuus finally blasted into the space crack. The space crack torn open straightaway, quickly closed again. The howling storm caused by the spatial fluctuation also subsided. The rich seven-colored light also faded away into the array symbols on Uchiha Madara's chest. In this underground hollow, calmnescent darkness returned at last. Uchiha Madara remained seated in his original position, his hands moving calmly, tying up his robe leisurely. However, his eyes were alert, carefully observing the surroundings. Finally, he confirmed that the black Zetsu would not appear again. He was indeed exiled by Uchiha Madara into the space crack. But what fate awaited the exiled black Zetsu? It faced endless temporal storms. With its bizarre but weak abilities, the black Zetsu had no choice but to be annihilated by the terrifying spatial storms. After tidying up his robe, Uchiha Madara touched the array symbol on his chest, which felt slightly warm, and finally let out a sigh of relief. The warmth of the array symbol indicated that the energy contained within it had been almost depleted. He was able to travel from the real world to the ninja world, directly annihilating the original Uchiha Madara's soul and occupying his body. All thanks to this array symbol. Crossing dimensions consumed a lot of energy. Annihilating a soul and fitting a body required even more energy. The remaining energy was used entirely by Uchiha Madara to exile the black Zetsu, although the energy of the array symbol was almost exhausted and needed to slowly absorb new energy. Uchiha Madara did not regret it. After all, the black Zetsuus, the mastermind behind everything in the ninja world. Nearly all the development of ninjas was created by him. To resurrect Kaguya, the black Zetsu resorted to every possible means. Such a menace could not be left unchecked, and Uchiha Madara naturally could not let him go. However, as a product of Kaguya's yin-yang release, completely eradicating the black Zetsu was extremely difficult. At least, not with Uchiha Madara's current strength. He was not very skilled in sealing techniques either, so he could only take this method of cutting off the root cause. Thinking this, a faint glow appeared in Uchiha Madara's eyes. Since I have inherited Uchiha Madara, I absolutely will not allow anyone to use me as a pawn. All unstable factors must disappear completely. Speaking of unstable factors, there seemed to still be one here. Thinking this, Uchiha Madara looked up and directed his gaze towards the. In front of him, underground, lay many scattered white Zetsu. Using the memories he fully inherited from Uchiha Madara, he quickly identified which one was the white Zetsu itself. A trace of crimson appeared in Uchiha Madara's eyes, and strange red patterns appeared on his pupils. His eternal Mangekyo Sharingan activated. Before white Zetsu could recover from the shock of black Zetsudieth, it looked up and met Uchiha Madara's Sharingan. Startled, drenched in cold sweat, it turned to escape using the Tsubasa technique. But Uchiha Madara had already activated his eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. How could white Zetsu possibly escape? Uchiha Madara suddenly stretched out his right hand, showing terrifying ocular power in the form of dark blue chakra, forming a long bone arm, reaching out towards the escaping white Zetsu. This was an incomplete Susanoo that Uchiha could casually summon. The extended dark blue skeletal arm grabbed the escaping white Zetsu, pulling it back amidst its terrified screams. Holding it in front of Uchiha Madara, white Zetsu called and escaped, kicking its legs wildly, panicking and struggling profusely. Madara-sama, what are you doing? Why have you turned against me so suddenly? I am your most loyal servant. Uchiha Madara's face held a terrifying sneer, his voice colder than ice. Haha, I created you, but in my past self's eyes, you are considered so. But is that really the truth? You, white Zetsu, may not know about black Zetsu, who has been torn apart by temporal storms. Are you not aware that you are Kagaya's living weapon, white Zetsu? White Zetsu fell silent, at a loss, becoming even more panicked. All right, white Zetsu, I don't believe your lies at all. Let's see just how loyal you are. The eternal Mangekyo Sharingan rotated, emitting scarlet light. The terrifying ocular power transformed into rampant spiritual affection, rushing into white Zetsu's mind when they made eye contact, recklessly controlling and confusing him. In terms of spiritual power, white Zetsu was no match for Uchiha Madara. Instantly, his eyes became vacant, and he was under Uchiha Madara's control, entering a state akin to hypnosis. Facing the vacant-eyed white Zetsu, Uchiha asked in a deep, ominous voice, White Zetsu, tell me your origins and answer whether you are loyal to me. Under this hypnotic influence, white Zetsu slowly revealed his true thoughts. As Uchiha Madara understood, this Zetsu was indeed a product of the God Tree, a large number of living weapons. However, at present, white Zetsu is indeed loyal to Uchiha Madara. One reason was that, among the current generation, Uchiha Madara was the strongest, and naturally, white Zetsu followed. On another note, these white Zetsu were created through the Outer Path's demonic statue by Uchiha, and Uchiha Madara was their creator. Note, Uchiha Madara is the creator of white Zetsu, not its originator. So who is the originator? Naturally, Kagaya. Of course, given that Kagaya is still sealed on the moon, white Zetsu will not listen to her, but instead heed Uchiha Madara, who possesses the Outer Path's demonic statue. Moreover, the key point lies with the demonic statue. In short, whoever controls the demonic statue, white Zetsu will be loyal to them. Realizing this, Uchiha Madara suddenly realized that white Zetsu could be utilized, at least for now. Note, don't forget to join my patreon.com/FLokiXY to get access to 40 advanced chapters.